Hey procrastinators! Today I'm back with another Team Tiny video hop. If you're not familiar with the Team Tiny video hops, this is a hashtag driven hop. And our hashtag this month is teamtinyteatime. So if you click the hashtag teamtinyteatime in either my video description or the title, that will bring up all the videos that are participating in the hop today. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So I started with making my background, and I'm using various spray inks in my collection in different brown colors. And I'm kind of making a, well, it could be tea or it could be coffee. It really doesn't matter. Kind of a spilled or drippy kind of look here. So I'm popping up the colors and the brands of the different spray inks. I have quite a collection in my stash, and so I'm just going to pop those up on the screen. So about that hashtag driven hop, this hashtag driven hop, like I said, you just click that hashtag in the description box or the title in my video. It'll bring up all those different videos that are participating in the hop. So Team Tiny is a group of small video creators who have not monetized their channel. So in order to monetize your channel on YouTube, you must have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a year. So most of us are under 1,000 subscribers. There's at least one, I believe, that has over 1,000 subscribers but has not reached the watch hours required to monetize their channel. So that means that all the videos that you will be watching today are commercial free, so binge away. We also appreciate your support by clicking the like button, commenting, and subscribing to our channels if you enjoy our content. So I believe that is all that I have for you today about the video hop. So let's get back to the card here. So I have picked out a visible image ink splat stamp set. And to me, that big one that looks like a circle looked like a coffee ring on a table. So I planned out the, the ink splats on my card front here, and I'm just stamping them in Ranger Archival Distress ink in ground espresso. And as you saw, I did originally try to stamp this in regular distress ink, and it just seemed too light. Sometimes I have problems stamping over oxides and oxide sprays, so I switched over to the archival ink, and that stamped much darker and much better over those sprays. So that is why I switched to that. Now I'm going to stamp my little coffee mug or teacup, coffee cup, teacup, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to heat emboss that in white using Simon Says Stamp Fine Detail White Embossing Powder, which I recently got in last month's card kit. So I'm going to be trying this embossing powder out for a little bit and see how I like it. And I am going to stamp this twice because there are some detailed like flowers etched into the stamp, and I want to make sure that I get a good impression. And as you saw, I did open up that embossing brush thing, whatever you want to call that, from EK Success, and I find that gets a better it gets more powder on my paper, and it prevents the powder from sticking in places that I do not want it when I'm doing large images, background stamps, and things like that. So I do take the brush off and kind of tap the powder on when I really want to make sure that I want to get a good embossed image for larger stamps and whatnot. Now I'm using the MFT slanted sentiment strip dies, or at least one of them from the set, and I use these all the time for my sentiment strips. I do love this die. I would like to get some more sentiment strip dies for that purpose. Now I'm just going to glue my panel onto a black mat, and it just has a 1/8 of an inch border around my card panel. I've been doing this a lot lately. I just really like the look of it and how it pops out some of the colors and whatnot. It just grounds the image. Now I'm going to get some of my foam tape and pop up the coffee cup and the sentiment strip just to add some interest. I did do a pretty simple card today, so I would like to just add a little bit of interest to my card. And for that handle, I did cut some really, really thin strips. I took the backing off of the foam tape first and kind of curved them around the handle. If you remove your backing paper off, or backing film, whatever you want to call it, off the foam tape first, your foam tape will curve a lot easier. And as usual, I'm going to do a little something on the inside. For thank you cards and stuff like that, I don't always like to stamp a sentiment because I don't really know what I'm going to thank the person for in advance. So I'm just going to stamp the coffee mug on the inside, or coffee cup. I don't know why I keep calling it a mug. It's not really a mug. Well, I guess it could be a mug. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, so I'm just going to stamp the coffee cup here on the inside of my card and leave it at that. And I'm doing this in Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. And I'm just going to put the card panel onto the card base real quick. And I am using my favorite Nuvo Deluxe adhesive for that. And once I got this on the card, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but it's just missing something. So I grabbed my Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pen in Midas Touch, and I just put it over the flowers. Now, I don't know how well this is going to stick to the embossing powder long term, but there are little areas around the flowers, like the outline, that the black paper is showing through. So I figured it might stick to that. We'll see. I don't know. But there is the picture, or the last little view of the finished card, and then I'm going to pop some finished pictures up. So don't forget to use that hashtag teamtinyteatime. Just click on it or enter it into the YouTube search bar to view the rest of the videos in the hop. And as always, have a great day.